know this is actually an important question. It was an easy question also, yeah. Only now if I had studied it little bit before exam, easily 2-3 marks I would have scored. I will make sure you don't feel like this for AIB exam. Maybe you have felt this for multiple exams earlier saying, "Arey, this was very important question. I marked it also, but I forgot the answer and I lost marks." We will not do those mistakes now. So for AIB 19, in this lecture, I am discussing some very, very important case laws which have very high chance of repeating. These are all very simple. By heart with me right now in this lecture. Don't just watch the lecture and think later on I am by heart. No, these are very important questions, will get repeated. And in the exam hall, when these questions come, na, you thank me in the exam hall. Okay. Let's get started. The first question. In which of the following cases, Supreme Court in 2017 declared pronouncement of talaq 3 times. Talaq 3 times at a time by a Muslim husband as unconstitutional. So here in this question, they are asking about which case? Triple talaq case, giving talaq 3 times. What is this case called? Triple talaq case. What is the triple talaq case? Very, very important. Answer is Shaira Bano versus Union of India. What is the answer? Shaira Bano versus Union of India. How will you remember? Shaira Bano triple talaq case. Okay. Now there is one confusion here because we have another case, another important case in Muslim law called as Shah Bano Begum case. Don't get confused. These are two different cases. Triple talaq case is Shaira Bano. Shah Bano case is section 125 CRPC case. It is about maintenance. It's about maintenance under one section, section 125 CRPC for Muslim women. So these are two separate women, two separate cases. The recent case, if they ask, that is the Shaira Bano. Shah Bano, short one, was the old case. Shaira Bano, name is little longer. That is the new case. And the new case deals with triple talaq. Okay. Let's see the next question. Again, I am repeating, if you are interested in joining the full course and studying in my guidance, this is the right time. You still have good amount of time. From now also, if you study properly under my guidance, if you know what to study, what not to study, you will definitely get marks. Okay. In which of the following cases it was decided that contract with a minor is void? Minor contract is void. What is the case? This is such an important case, repeated again and again, again and again. Not today, maybe for the last 50 years. How many ever law competitive exams are conducted? In all of those exams, we see this question. Answer is option C, Mohiri Bibi versus Dharmadas Ghosh. Always remember, Mohiri Bibi was a baby. Mohiri Bibi was a baby. So, the Mohiri Bibi case deals with baby, meaning minors getting into a contract. So, how will you remember? Mohiri Bibi is a baby. Baby, from baby you have to remember minor, or children you remember, minors. And if minors are getting into contract, that contract is not valid, it is void. So, which case is saying this? Mohiri Bibi case. Okay. Next. Law laid down under section 73 of Indian Contract Act 1872 is related to which of the following cases? Again, this is a question now you will not find in the BER Act. BER Act will tell you what is section 73. It will not tell you the principles of which case can be seen in section 73. Again, a very important landmark judgment, Hadley versus Baxendale. Option C, Hadley versus Baxendale. Hadley versus Baxendale. Here, one more term you have to remember. You know what's the term? Unliquidated. What is the term? Unliquidated damages. So, if the question is asked, which of the following cases talks about unliquidated damages in case of contracts? The answer is once again Hadley versus Baxendale. So, whenever I teach now, my intention is not to make you mug up just this. What are the interlinked questions? What other type of questions can we expect? Acha, what is the concept? Why all of this we are studying? What is its relevance? Is Hadley versus Baxendale even relevant today? All of these points will be covered. Even though I'm teaching in a short manner for AIB, I don't want you to just pass the exam. I want to make sure that you are coming out as a different advocate with good amount of skills. Okay. So if you're interested, you can check out the course details in the description box. Let's see the next question. Very important question. AIB 17, AIB 18. We have seen this question already. Gloucester Grammar School case. What is the case name? Gloucester Grammar School case. Now, Gloucester Grammar School is in which subject? This is a case law under tort subject. In this school, what is the maxim that they are referring to in the school case? The answer here is damnum sine injuria. Gloucester Grammar School case, the answer is option A, damnum sine injuria. You have damage, but sine meaning without, okay? You have damage without injury, meaning legal injury. So, in cases where legal injury is not there, okay, but actual damage is suffered. Like in this case, the school actually suffered damages, but there was no legal injury to the school. The school actually suffered in reality a financial loss, but there was no violation of any legal right. There was no legal injury. So, Gloucester Grammar School case is linked with damnum sine injuria. Okay, let's see another question. This is also a very important question. Rule of strict liability. Strict liability rule, again it comes under tort subject. Okay, strict liability is linked with which of the cases? Do you know the answer? You tell me this question answer in the comments. This is a very important thing. If you don't know, I have already made torts videos. You see that and you come back and you answer this. I want to see answers from you for this question in the comments. And I have already given you a hint. Strict liability means you have to think for which subject? Tort subject. Again, tort subject, no Bare Act. Okay, this also you. Now here I want to tell you one more thing. Strict liability is modified in India into something else. What is that? It is called in India as absolute liability. So in India, absolute liability is there only in India. In India, they said, we want to have something more strict than strict liability. Strict liability is strict. We want to be more stricter because there are some cases where it is important for us to be very strict. Without any exceptions, you should get punishment. That kind of liability is called as absolute liability. So questions are asked on both strict liability and absolute liability. And for absolute liability, what are the cases? Take them down. Very important question. This question also can be asked. Cases are MC Mehta versus Union of India and Bhopal gas tragedy. So take down. These two cases also are important for the exam. Okay. So even if you study this much and go na, that is still sufficient because from here at least 1 mark you will get. And when you get that 1 mark, now you come back to this video and you comment and tell me, yes ma'am, this question we studied in this video and it came in the exam. Okay. Also let me know if you like this lecture and what more topics you would want me to cover in the revision. Okay.